I'm Ben, and we're going to be talking to Dan Nolan. The show is called Two Guys Talking Shit. Here we go. We're going to call Dan right now and start talking. He's on one.
Hi, this is Dan, and thank you for calling my Solution Center. If you got this message, I need to know how I can help you best. So at the tone, leave me your name and your number and what you'd like, and I will return your call ASAP. Thank you.
Well, I guess Dan couldn't make it. Let's try it again. Maybe he got stuck in the business meeting. Hang on.
Hello, Tino.
Oh, Dan, how are you, my friend? Can you hear me? Can you do a sound check for me, please?
I can do a sound check for you. Check is in the mail. Check is in the mail.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I guess I'm too low then. Let me raise me up. Okay, how's that, Dan? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you perfectly. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you, sir? I just feel like something's wrong. I don't know. Okay, let's go. Hey, Dan, I was talking to a young girl at work today, and she wants to get a Ninja. She's like 19 years old, and she doesn't know nothing about bikes. And I told her, you're going to kill yourself.
Oh, okay.
And I said, you know what? You should take a class at a Harper College for motorcycle safety. And she
Yep.
And she looked at me like I was, what? So, I mean.
Yeah, funny how it looks so easy. That is a problem. Yeah, motorcycling is a skill that you acquire. It's not something you can just throw a leg over and master like by batting your eyes. There's actually a little bit of a trick to it. The classes are definitely a good start. I started on dirt bikes, just jumping little moguls, on a little 50cc little mini bike, I guess you want to call it. My uncle picked up a little scooter from the Barnum and Bailey Circus. They were just recycling, their old parts or what. He bought a full big ass wheels. I mean, this thing that's the kind of bike that you want to start with. Something, if you trash it, you don't really care. But a Ninja, she's looking at putting $5,000 and dropping it for the first year. No. Start with a starter bike. And a Ninja is way too powerful for somebody who doesn't understand the concept of power yet.
Hey, I know. I sat back and I said, no, little girl. Make me your put me on your policy, your health insurance policy.
Yeah. If you do that, get me. I'll get the absolutely, because you are going to be prone to errors and technique situations that you're not prepared for, and that's what gets you hurt. Is that you're not prepared for either the riding mentality, because you still have to be seen. There's a situation out there where, you're out there in traffic, the eyes only focus on what's in front of them. Peripheral is always blurry. And if we're in the peripheral, we may actually just be blurred out. I mean, you got to stay out of blind spots. You got to remember that the optics are always, center, where their eyes are looking. There's tells like watching the wheels at a four-way intersection, watching the wheels of the vehicle, not the eyes of the driver, becomes crucial, because if that car is in motion, you better not be. There's little subtle tells that come along with experience, and it's all practice.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I rode a little bit, and when I was riding, when I was going to plan to go cross country on the bike, but lost my job. So I got rid of the bike. But hey, that's part of life. But I'm going to go back riding.
They come and go.
Yeah,
they come and go. I chose to when when I was a married person, the significant other didn't want to do any motorcycling with the kids. She just not with the kids. So I put the bike up for a good 6-7 years. Didn't really ride it. Took the kid, kind of snuck out and, did some real estate work on 3 wheels. And there's nothing cooler than getting out on a sidecar. And there's nothing cooler. They want to see you. It's like, oh, there's a sidecar. And like if I have a dog with me, it's like, oh, I want to take a picture of the guy with the sidecar and the doggy in it. You're actually seen. But when you're on 2 wheels, you are not seen and you are invisible in most situations. And you just got to get that mindset a little bit tweaked to being a defensive driver versus just being a motorcyclist. It is an art form. It is something that, they teach, but you got to continue. I take a class every year. I take another beginner class without a doubt because it's good practice. I do my own practices in the Meyer parking lot over here. They have a store that's not open. I just put out little cups and I just, do figure eights and I try and tighten up the figure eight, radius. And, I'm trying to stay within 2 parking spaces and do figure eights. And, there's ways of you to remember how to ride your motorcycle. A lot of it is clutch. Some of it is brake. Some of it is both. How to navigate that art will save your life. But jumping on a Ninja and not knowing what the hell, you're asking for trouble. You are asking to at least skin a knee.
You know what I do when I see a guy on a bike? I give him a car length ahead of me, and I just make sure I'm a car length behind him. So if anything does happen, I have time to stop. You know what I mean?
Now, I have seen videos where bikes just slip out. They hit ice. They hit oil. They're just, you're just riding normally, and all of a sudden that bike is on the ground right in front of you. I do like to keep a distance where I can safely stop if he suddenly goes down.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I think a little extra room is in order. I would hate to be distracted when it went down and have you can imagine what would happen there. That's why I'm very cautious around bikers. Give them a fair shake of the road. They have every right to it.
I agree 100%. I really do because, hey, if they fall, they're going to fall worse than you and I. I'm in the car. They're not. So
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's and a lot to be said about what you wear on the motorcycle. Are you using hand protection? Gloves with rubber pads on the hands so that when you fall, you're not ripping up your hand. It's falling on some padding. It's falling on, something that will protect you. Are you wearing chaps, to make sure that, if you do tip it over, you try and tight turns or whatever, and you end up tipping it over, you're not scratching up your knees or wrecking your pants. Are you wearing a leather coat? A well-protected leather coat, so in case you do have to take a slide, that leather coat will outlive the slide.
Yeah,
because once it goes past the leather coat, now you're down to shirt and then skin. It's like layer up.
I saw a kid by Des Plaines Honda. I used to like going there to look at bikes when I was.
The one on Northwest Highway?
Yeah, great place.
Yeah, the cute little shop there. Yes, I remember them.
Oh yeah, there was a kid that bought a brand new bike, had no shirt, just took off on his bike, and I said, oh my God, what a road rash! I hope he doesn't have anything, road rash. But there's
a lot of ego drivers out there. They'll drive, just riding shorts. And, if that's how you want to live your life, that's fine. I've seen when little things turn into big things, accidents, you may actually have your foot slip out, from underneath you on a piece of oil sitting at a light. Next thing you know, you're trying to pick up your bike and